Hello everyone, how is everyone doing in this MessYourself there? Today, we are going to be reacting to StoryBooth animations yet again. Now, if you guys haven't watched my previous video on StoryBooth, StoryBooth is a channel where they take your personal real-life stories and they animate them. You guys who are subscribed to StoryBooth absolutely love them, and I absolutely love them. I am huge fans of them. So if you have never heard of StoryBooth before, please go over to their YouTube channel and click that subscribe button, baby. All right, so the first video that we're going to be watching is Halloween Kiss. Now, I feel pretty weird looking at stories of little kids, you know, getting their first little kisses, okay, but let's just watch it.
I was in the 6th grade at the time my school set up a dance. Okay. So I was pretty excited. Me and my friends were just talking a few months before the Halloween dance. So we were playing Truth or Dare, and I got a dare. Okay. And one of my friends said, oh, go ask her cousin to be your date for the Halloween dance. And I was like, oh no, I can't ask him. I have a crush on him, and he's your cousin. Oh. She said, oh no, it's fine. Just go ask him. He's going to say no anyways.
Oh, I thought she was saying go date my own cousin. Okay, sorry. That's why I was a bit weirded out at the start.
So I went up to ask him, and I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to die. He's going to kill me.
She's
He's
gonna
be like, oh my god, you're such a lame-o. He's never gonna like me ever. We're not gonna have any kids.
Oh, not gonna have any kids? Okay, this is where I feel kind of weird, alright? Well, okay,
We're not gonna have any kids. Sorry. I went a little overboard there.
Yeah, just
But anyways, so I went up to him and just straightforward asked, do you want to be my date for the Halloween dance? And then he was just like, what? I was like, do you want to be my date for the Halloween dance? And then he's like, what again? I said it last time, do you want to be my date for the Halloween dance? And he's like, sure. Sure. And I was just like, what? My mind just blew up.
That's pretty cool though when a girl, you know, asks a guy out for a dance or a date or whatever, okay? You don't really see that ever, you know?
So, fast forward a month later.
A month?
It's the day of the dance.
The day of the dance.
So, I'm wearing my costume, I'm all prettied up, and I step into my dad's car. Okay. And I thought my mom was going to be driving me, but it was my dad.
Uh-oh, not bloody daddy. You better not be kissing any bloody boys tonight.
He started lecturing me like, oh, whenever boys try to touch you, just say no. And I'm like, okay. I don't, okay. Then I just
That is so me as a dad, okay? If bloody boys try to touch you, you bloody say it's a pervert and run!
I saw my date standing at the food table, and we just, you know, had fun.
Okay.
We partied, we ate, we sang a little bit. Then he took me into a hallway, and then he was like, okay, I'm having the best day, like right now. And I was like, oh my god, I'm having the best day too. Then he confessed. He was like, you know, ever since the first day of school, I actually had a thing for you. And I was like, oh my god, I've had a thing for you too. And then he just pulled me, and then he just kissed me.
Oh, bloody kissing girls? Sorry, guys. I find it kind of weird, all right? Even if it is a cartoon, okay? I feel kind of weird, all right? Little girls telling me how they kissing little boys, okay?
He just kissed me. And then I started kissing back. And I was like, oh my god. In my head, I was like, oh my god, double brain, like, blow up. I was like, oh my god, my crush is literally exchanging saliva with me.
Okay. Alright, I don't want to see that shit. How old is this bloody girl? Didn't she say she was in 6th grade and they're bloody using bloody tongues? Okay, I don't want to know that she was bloody tonguing this boy, and especially not showing it in the bloody animation. Disgusting!
Okay, so when it was done, we started smiling at each other. I was blushing, and my dad came to pick me up, my so-called date. He pulled me to the side, and then he gave me an ice cream cone. I was like, where did you get this from? Then he's like, at the DQ down the street. And I was like, you went all the way for me? And he was like, yeah, for me too. He started laughing. I started eating my cone, and then my dad honked the second time, like, hurry up. And I was like, oh yeah. And then I waved by before I went outside because I didn't want my dad to see.
You better not kiss this bloody boy.
So I went in my dad's car, started eating my ice cream. But yeah, that was it. The funny thing is, I'm actually dating that person right now.
Oh.
I guess it was a win-win scenario.
Oh, the dad just there like, how dare you bloody date my daughter? Oh, that's a kind of cute story, except for the time where they showed, you know, the detailed kiss. Okay, I think that was kind of disgusting, but that was kind of cute. Okay, what a cute story of her first kiss. I'm not even sure it was her first kiss. Okay. All right, the next animation that we're gonna be watching is called Bad Boyfriend.
When I was a freshman in high school, I met this guy at a carnival, and I didn't think he was cute at first, but me and him slowly started to become best friends.
Okay.
Eventually, we really started to hit it off, and we ended up really liking each other.
Okay.
For the first few months, everything was okay.
Okay.
We were in our honeymoon phase.
Good.
And I really thought that I was in love with him.
Oh, okay, you're a child, all right? You don't know what love is.
I slowly started to realize that he wouldn't let me do anything.
Uh-oh.
He wouldn't let me go out with my friends. He wouldn't let me text someone that I knew and had been friends with for a really long time.
Why?
He always told me that I wasn't good enough.
Whoa.
This guy just put me down every single day.
Don't do that.
And I dealt with it for 3
years? Okay, all right. If you're in a bad relationship, guys, do break that shit off, okay? There are other people in this world, all right? There's plenty of fishies in the bloody sea.
And I never thought that it was wrong because I had never been in a serious relationship before.
Aw, poor girl.
He caused a lot of depression and anxiety for me.
Aww.
He just got worse and worse, and I still was dating him.
Why?
You never realize how capable people are of being evil.
Yeah.
No, he didn't say stuff that people could see or hurt me in any kind of way, besides emotionally.
Aw, that's so
But
mean.
being hurt emotionally hurts just as bad as being hurt physically.
It is.
It ruins you just as bad.
You're right.
To this day, everything he sent to me is stuck in the back of my head. But then I think, who was he? He was an awful person.
Yeah.
And the things he said to me weren't true.
Yeah.
It's taken me a long time to get over it. But finally, I found this amazing guy that loves me for who I am and would never say stuff to me like that.
Aw,
and I'm so thankful that I finally stood up for myself.
Yeah, dunk that jerk. Yeah, break up with that bloody jerk, okay? Yeah, like I said, all right, there's plenty of fishies in the sea, all right? This stupid girl found another boyfriend, okay? Don't be with a man that's gonna, like, say mean stuff to you, okay? And vice versa, and as a matter of fact, okay? Damn. All right, the next animation that we're gonna be watching is Don't Judge Me Because I'm a Goth.
I am a goth, and being a goth is pretty hard. I get so many remarks every day, like, hey, Wednesday Addams, where's your brother? Or, hey, Morticia, where's Gomez?
Aww.
Or, hey, Halloween ended.
Aww.
I remember 2 incidences that really got underneath my skin.
Oh.
So the first instance was back last winter, and I was walking to Walgreens, and I approached the parking lot, and this little boy is just staring at me, like, pretty awkward and pretty uncomfortable, so I decided just to smile and wave, you know.
Smile and wave, okay.
Like, whirled his head around and looked up to his mom and goes, Mommy, that girl looks dead. Should we help her? Should we help her? And at first the mom was just kind of confused, and then she turned to me and just let out this giant dramatic gasp and covered her child's eyes and goes, honey, don't look, she'll curse you.
She'll curse you. Okay, alright, is that real? Alright, fair enough, the kid's just being dumb, okay? He sees something freaky, okay, and he's like, I don't understand this, mummy. But the mum saying that this girl's gonna curse her, okay? She's just a regular girl, come on now.
And then she just glared at me and started calling me a witch. So I just ignored her and I'm like, okay, crazy lady, just gotta go get my cough drops and I'll be done with her. And then when I came back out, she was still there and she was still chanting witch underneath her breath. And then I noticed that she had the charmed necklace around her neck, and I just kind of chuckled. She's like, what's so funny? And I'm like, well, you're calling me a witch when you have the Wiccan symbol around your neck. And, you know, the word witch comes from Wicca, which I am not. So, yeah, don't be so judgy.
Yeah.
And don't shield your son from this. Like, it's a horrible thing.
Yeah.
I just kind of left her there with, like, her jaw hitting the floor.
Yeah, what a dumbass girl. She told her in her place, man. Look at her standing up for herself. I like that shit.
The second instance really bothered me.
Oh, no.
I was ringing up my stuff at the self-checkout.
Okay.
And this guy's just staring at me. And I could tell that he was very religious. So I got my receipt, I got my change, my items, and I left. He follows me, grabs me by my shoulders, whirls me around, and goes, child, there's more to this life than worshipping the devil. Please, don't shroud yourself in darkness. I mean, the guy acted like I was going to be forever cursed in the pit of hell, but I just kind of snapped. And I was like, you know what? It's Bible thumpers like you that depict gods as satanic and evil, okay? I'm not sacrificing children. I'm not slitting people's throats. I'm not drinking goat's blood and running naked in the woods, okay? It's a fashion choice, not a religious thing. Can you please pull your head out of your butt and realize that? And FYI, sir, I grew up in a Christian household and I live behind 2 churches.
Damn.
All right, so don't tell me I'm satanic before you get to know me.
Oh, bloody, look at her wrecking that guy, okay?
So, there.
Woo.
And then I left. And the look on the guy's face, I will never forget it. It was a mixture of like, holy crud, she's right, and oh my lord, what did I just do? You know, so what? I'm goth.
Yeah.
It's just my decision, what I wear and how I look like.
Of course.
I'm me, and I wouldn't want to be anyone else but me.
Oh, what a beautiful... Oh, I'm just gonna cry. I'm gonna cry because that's such a beautiful message. I am me, and why would I want to be anybody else but me? What a beautiful message. Okay, this girl, all right, she has got a lot of guts, all right, a lot of courage to just be the person that she wants to be and doesn't let society, okay, tell her who she needs to be, okay? Okay, the next animation that we're gonna be watching is Birthday Party Prank.
So there's this girl in my school, and she was really one of the popular girls. And it was her birthday, and she was hosting a party.
Okay.
So she went around to everybody that she knew, and she gave them invitations.
Okay.
While I was watching her give the invitation, I was like, yeah, I know she's not going to come to me.
Aww.
So then it was lunchtime, and I sat down, and then all of a sudden, I saw her walking up to me. And I was like, oh, is she going to ask me? Please, please let her ask me. I really want to go to this party. She handed me this envelope. So I opened it, and then it says, you're invited to this party. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm actually invited to her party.
That's sweet.
I was so excited that day. Like in class, I was just excited thinking about what I'm gonna wear, what hairstyle I'm gonna do. The school day ended, and then I just had to rush and do homework because the party started an hour later. And then I went in my closet, took out my clothes, mended my hair, took a shower, and everything like that to get ready for the party. I ran out the house and I walked there, and it took like 5 minutes. When I got there, I didn't even see any lights. I didn't hear music. I didn't see any balloons or nothing was decorated. It was just dark inside the whole house. I was thinking to myself, wait, did she like trying to ditch me? Did she prank me? Was she trying to fool me? I wanted to make sure that I'm at the right house, so I looked at the invitation again, and that was her house number. So I looked up at the house, and it said that. So I was like, you know what? Maybe she did try to ditch me. Maybe she did try to fool me. Maybe she did try to prank me. So I ran back to the house and started crying.
She got all ready.
And, like, I had all these emotions in me. Like, I was sad, mad, tired, frustrated. I just had to let it out that day. So the next morning came. I woke up, and I actually didn't feel like going to school that day because I didn't even want to see her face. I said to myself, she maybe thinks that I could never be popular. Maybe that's why she didn't invite me. I told my mom everything that happened. So then she was like, it's okay, honey, but you have to go to school today. You don't want to miss out any work. So I was like, yeah, Mom, you're right. I should really go to school. That day, I just went, and everybody just stared at me. And in my head, I was thinking, why they're doing this. But then I just ignored them. I went to all my periods in school, and I just forgot about it. And that's how it ended.
Oh, what a jerk. Yeah, Jesus Christ, that is the most horrible thing I have ever heard. Okay, that is not a prank. That is bullying right there. She got all dressed up already, all excited just for her to be put into the wrong house. Imagine that, okay? That is a horrible, horrible, horrible feeling, man. It's worse than not being invited to the birthday party. It's being invited to a fake birthday party. Man, what a bloody bitch. Why is it that all the popular people are such bloody assholes, okay? It is not fair, man. All right, the next animation we're going to be watching is called I Lost My Brother. Oh my God.
My brother wasn't the nicest person, but we loved each other.
Aww.
And over time, he developed severe depression.
No.
One day, I was on a class trip,
and I was having fun.
Okay.
So we had just finished up for the day and we were at dinner, and the teacher got a phone call and her eyes just got a look of terror.
What happened?
And she just pulled me aside and told me that your brother has been found in the bathroom with his wrist slit. My eyes just filled with tears. I went home from the trip early, and I didn't get to see him. They said I shouldn't have to see him like it. I went to his funeral, and everyone there was crying. We opened his casket so everyone could see him one last time and say goodbye, and I couldn't go over there. I kind of just had a mental breakdown right then and there at his funeral. I just had to leave and go home. I couldn't take it. I didn't get to see him being buried. I would just lay in my room, not come out, and my mom would bring me food and be like, try to eat this, honey. And I would tell her, but I never really ate it. I lost a total of 30 pounds during that time. Eventually, I started to come out more and kind of got to the fact that he was gone. We boarded up his room, and we never went in there.
Jesus.
I didn't go to school for about 3 months, and when I finally did, everyone would just stare at me and look at me and just say, she's really here, and I can't believe she actually came here.
Oh, that's horrible.
I started going to a therapist because my doctor recommended that. My mom just did everything she could to help me and my sister get through it. One day I saw my mom talking to a guy. And he said, okay, so we're going to put the wall right here. And turns out they were going to board up my brother's room permanently by putting another addition to the wall. I didn't want that to happen, so I told my mom no, but she told me they were going to do it anyway. But before they put up the wall, I went in there and I took everything out of the room that I wanted to remember him by. The main thing that I wanted to take was one of his best hockey trophies. My brother loved hockey, and he had a great trophy that he got to take home after they won the championship. I saw the trophy, and it sits in my room, staring at me, just taunting me. A lot of the times I walk to the cemetery where he's buried, and I just sit there and talk to him, I guess. I still miss him, and every day I just think, what could I have done?
Oh my God, what could you have done? That is so sad. Oh my God, if you need help, wow, guys, please, you need to promise me, okay, no matter how sad and depressed you get, you would never, ever think about doing something like suicide, okay? Suicide, all right, it's a short-term solution to a long-term problem, okay? Suicide doesn't just affect your own life, okay? It affects every single person that does care about you, okay? Look at the impact that this one boy had on his whole family just because he was feeling depressed. Okay, you just know that there's people out there that will talk to you, all right, that are interested in you, all right, and you matter in this goddamn world, okay? I'm really glad I watched this animation now because, you know, these animations, you know, they tell some good messages, all right? Please do not ever do anything like this, guys. Promise me, okay? All right, the next animation that we're going to be watching is called My Dad Was Never There For Me.
I never knew what it was like to have a normal family.
Aww.
Because ever since I was young, I had a father who was never there for me.
Aww.
I have a wonderful mother who is always there to support me and comfort me. However, I can't say the same for my father. He was an alcoholic, and because of it, I paid a lot for the damage and pain it brought.
Oh no.
I couldn't just be normal. I couldn't invite my friends to my house because I was scared my father would be drunk and that he would embarrass me in front of them. I was often jealous of my friends because they had dads who were there to be a part of their lives. My dad was rarely a part of my life. He was often not even home, and when he wasn't in his right state of mind because he was drunk. And even when he wasn't drinking, he shut me and my family out of his life. He would stay in his room watching TV or playing video games almost all of the time that he was home. It was as if I had been replaced by a computer. This gave me low self-esteem growing up because I felt unimportant. It broke me down, and I was often scared to come home because I knew what awaited me was only a torn family. I remember one night, I was sitting at our kitchen table while my mom was cooking dinner, and I could hear my dad teasing my sister from upstairs, and I could tell he was drunk because his words were slurred. She finally couldn't take it anymore, and she screamed at him.
Yeah, scream at him.
Stop it, you're drunk.
Yeah.
Me and my mom were just in shock that my sister had stood up to him.
Yeah.
My dad yelled at her and accused her that my mom had told her that he was drunk. Then he proceeded to stomp downstairs to where my mom was standing in the kitchen. He yelled at her.
Oh no!
I was sobbing, hunched over in my chair, when he snatched a glass bowl off the table and slammed it to the ground. He stared coldly at me, as if I didn't matter. He stomped back up the stairs and slammed the door.
Whoa.
I didn't see him for what felt like weeks.
Whoa.
A few years later, he was arrested under charges of domestic violence and child abuse.
Whoa.
He had never physically hurt me, but he had said so many damaging things that by the time he was arrested, I had such a low self-esteem and self-worth that it was actually a relief to see him go.
Aww.
However, my father was released the next day, and he actually came back home after about a month of living with my grandpa.
Okay.
My dad started drinking again after returning, and I actually began to stand up to him.
Yeah.
I told him, this isn't okay, and I would really appreciate if you try to quit. But he didn't listen to me.
Oh.
Those few months he lived with us after being arrested was one of the hardest times in my life.
Oh no.
Then one day my mom just had enough and she kicked him out, followed by a divorce.
Yeah.
I have been slowly recovering, and after months I realized that I am important
You
and
are.
I do matter. And no one should ever have to feel like they're unimportant because someone makes them feel like they are worthless.
Yeah.
I'm scared because soon I have to face my dad again for court reasons. But I know in my heart that I am strong and that I will have the strength to stand up to him.
Yeah, stand up to him. Oh my goodness, what a brave woman. The moral of the story of that video, guys, is that, you know, some families, all right, they're not easy to deal with, okay? But the most important thing you must do is stay strong and hang in there, guys, okay? Things will get better, you know. You need to just stay through the thick and thin of it all, okay? Damn, what a brave woman. All right, the next animation that we're going to be watching is Adopted.
For 7 years of my life, I grew up in the foster system.
Okay.
I had to leave my mom's house because of the decisions she made to stop being there for her children.
Aww.
At the time, it was just me, an 8-year-old girl, and my brother, an 11-year-old, severely autistic boy.
Oh no.
One day, the police showed up at our house.
Uh-oh.
They asked me a lot of questions and then told us I would be staying at my aunt's house with her 3 kids.
Okay.
And my brother would go to a home to support his needs. I stayed with my aunt and her cousins for 1.5 years until one day my aunt told me to pack some clothes.
No!
I thought I was going to spend some time with my other aunt and cousins, so happily I went to pack some clothes, but once I was done, I went to the front room and my aunt told me and my cousin I was going away for some time.
Oh.
I didn't know what that meant, but we all cried.
Oh.
My caseworker showed up. My caseworker didn't tell me too much on our car right there, but for the most of the ride, I cried.
Oh.
Once we got there, I was greeted by someone I would soon look up to as a sister.
Ooh.
And by more people I would soon consider my family.
Oh.
I lived there for 2.5 years.
Whoa.
I wanted that to be my forever home. My forever family.
Whoa.
But I found out my biological mom had another baby.
Oh.
He was only 5 months old and the state wanted us to be together forever.
Oh, wow.
I moved in with him and his foster family.
Oh.
I watched him grow up, cry, fuss, change his diapers. I never thought I'd have a little brother, but there he was right before my eyes.
Oh, that's so cute.
I thought that was it for our foster placements, but I was wrong.
Oh, no.
Something didn't work in that home, and we were moved after 1.5 years of staying there.
Aww.
Now, we were with our very first white foster parent.
Oh, okay.
A single mother with 3 cute but crazy kids. To say the least on that home, it didn't work, and we left. On my last day of school, we were taken to our next foster home.
Okay.
And our last one. Thank you, Jesus.
Aww.
Another white family with 4 kids, a boy in the 11th grade, a girl going on 9th grade, another girl in the 7th grade, and another boy in like the 5th grade.
Aww.
And of course, 2 parents, a mom and a dad, and 2 lovely black dogs.
Aww.
Those people showed me and my brother so much love and care, even after our hearts were broken by so many people, so many different times.
Aww.
I never had a father figure in my life, so when I got to this one, I didn't really know how it felt to have a father at all.
Aww.
December 31st, 2014, we were adopted by these people.
Yay!
Being here for 2 years now, I've received lots of love and crazy rules and groundings.
Aww.
I'm blessed to have a place to finally call home.
Oh, that is so sweet. Man, now the thing about that is that you don't really think about these kids that come from foster families, okay, and foster homes. You know, you guys have no idea how lucky you guys are to have parents, okay, that love you. All right, man, what a brave woman. Jesus Christ. You know what, guys? I think when I'm ready to, you know, start a family and stuff, you know what? I think I might adopt a child, okay? Because I think it seems like a good and right, nice thing to do, okay? And also, just because your dad isn't like a strong figure in your life does not hold you back in any sort of way, okay? You are an awesome person no matter what, okay? All right, the last animation that we're going to be watching is called Abuse Story.
I used to know this guy. He was my mom's friend.
Okay. Oh, no.
And he was, like, kind of nice. He gave me candies.
Oh.
And let me play his phone a lot.
Okay.
And my mom thought he could trust her.
Uh-oh.
But one day,
no.
My mom had to go to the store to get barbecue and stuff.
No.
And so she had it left with me because I wanted to stay. And so when they left, her girlfriend was going to the shower to take a shower while he watches me.
Okay.
But it was not that good. He locked the doors and everything. And something went terribly bad. He did something to me very bad I did not want to do. I didn't want to tell my mom because he told me to not tell no one. And if I did, he would probably threaten me and hurt my family. So I kept quiet.
Oh.
My mom says, "What's wrong?"
Oh.
I said, "Nothing, it's okay."
Oh.
So then, after days and days, I've been worrying, trying not to tell no one because I was scared.
Oh, no.
Every school, I could not read. I could not talk that way. And they would be like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Oh, it's nothing. It's just that I'm kind of tired."
Oh, no.
Till one day, I told my mom the truth.
Yeah, tell her.
She was like, "Sweetie, is this true?" And I said, "Yes, I'm scared."
Oh.
And I started crying
Oh,
crying because I had let it out. It kept bothering me so much, I had to let it out. It was like a big knot.
Oh, no.
So I had to tie it.
Oh.
When I told my mom, we had to go to the police station. They asked everything what he did. So I did tell them until they told me they were going to investigate him and that he was denying it.
Oh, he was denying it.
So I went to court.
They're in court?
The court was very scary because I had to look at him and my lawyer.
Yeah.
The lawyer asked me questions, but I had to say yes or not like that. I was very scared. I was shaking and shaking and shaking until I dropped. It was kind of scary, but ever since I did the court, I let it out and it felt good to let it out.
Yeah, good.
It felt like I was not in pain no more.
Yeah.
And so I'm putting a bad guy in jail.
He's in jail now. Whoa. Jesus, if you've been hurt or don't feel safe, you can get help by telling an adult, a parent, a teacher, family, friend. They'll listen. Okay, yeah, that is a true message, guys. Okay, if any person touches you or does anything bad to you, go, okay, all right, you don't take that shit, okay? And most importantly, you need to tell someone, okay? Because everyone would care in that situation, okay? You are a victim in that situation, okay? And there are so many people in your life that would care about you, okay? And are there to help. Damn, man. But what that girl did by owning up and telling and going to the police and going into the court, all right, that would take a lot of courage to do, and I have nothing but respect for that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to end the video there. That was me reacting to StoryBooth animations. Now, I'm probably not going to make any more videos on StoryBooth, so if you want to see more StoryBooth animations, please go over to their YouTube channel. They have so many animations, so many great videos with great stories. I would love it if you guys showed them crazy amounts of support because, you know, this video wouldn't have been made possible, all right, without them. Either way, though, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the very next video, man. So later, guys, I love you. Bye-bye.